What's up, guys? Simon here. In this episode, we're going to talk about the fact that you can now pay extra to access some of the Priority Pass lounges. Now, if you don't know what those are, Priority Pass lounges are independent lounges at airports. There are over 1,400 lounges in 600 cities. That's a whopping amount of lounges. And some of them are now taking an additional payment to guarantee your entry into the lounge. As you know, with all these credit cards offering Priority Pass lounge access, sometimes these lounges are so booked up from the combination of all these individuals traveling with all these credit cards that they refuse entry based on occupancy. So now what they're going to be doing is holding some reservations for you if you want to pay. So in this video, we're going to talk about which lounges are doing that, my response on whether that is fair or not, and we'll see what lounges are potentially going to do it in the future. If you enjoy any of my videos, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's get into this video. And as a reminder, check out my podcast with some of the coolest guests that have something to add of value to you. Let's get into this video. So usually you get out of the security checkpoint, you hand your travel pass and your Priority Pass card, and I've done a review on my channel on Priority Pass cards. Then you walk into a Priority Pass lounge, given nowadays that there is room for you. But now you could pay a small fee ahead of the time to get in or guarantee your stay at a Priority Pass lounge. I think that's pretty neat, actually. It's almost as if you're going to Disneyland and you're getting some VIP pass to not wait in line. Does that make sense? So overall, paying early to access a lounge, depending on the fee, may not be a bad thing overall. Lounges are so overcrowded lately, especially in the United States, so it's not uncommon for you to arrive at a Priority Pass lounge in order for them to tell you that they are full. I personally have never had that happen to me, but I don't want this experience to happen. Traveling with a family, that could be a major inconvenience to you. It could also set that negative energy or mood to your upcoming trip. This isn't something new. In fact, in the UK in 2019, they had this opportunity to pay for these lounges. And typically the payments per person to reserve a spot was about $8 or so, under $10, which is not significantly high. Now, considering entry into a lounge without having a credit card is typically around $50 usually, you could see that, paying about 20% to reserve a spot of a fee without having a card, that may be worth it for you. So how do you reserve a Priority Pass location, or how do you know which locations actually have guaranteed access if you reserve it? Check out the Priority Pass app or their website. There are some lounges, I believe, in Miami that are already allowing this, and throughout the world. So overall, check the Priority Pass app, which you could download on the App Store or the Android store. You could also go on their website and really just reserve a spot for yourself and your family by paying a fee per person. I believe the lounge in Miami is at about $7 a person, and that's really not a horrible price, considering that if you pay that fee, you have access to some beverages, some food, and so forth. And if you get there and you don't have a reserved spot, you're losing out on beverages, including alcoholic beverages, food, and you're really almost ruining your experience pre-boarding. So would I pay for the Priority Pass fee to secure my spot while I am traveling, specifically with my family? Absolutely. As a Centurion member, I do have, say, priority entry into the Centurion lounge, and I never have to wait in line, as I've seen many people at airports do with their platinum cards to enter the lounge. As a Centurion member, I never have to do that. In fact, as a Centurion member, Not every time, but most of the time I was able to have a reserved seating spot in the kitchen or somewhere else to make sure that I could enjoy a drink or a beverage or basically some food. So Centurion does have this priority experience. However, now with Priority Pass giving you an opportunity to reserve a lounge, that is actually a benefit. The big question is, do I see American Express Centurion lounges doing the same thing where you have to reserve a spot pre-travel? This may actually happen with Platinum members, guys. If you think about it, why wouldn't American Express track your reservations based on how many people they could get in and out? This would make it less of a frenzy for people to come in. They would reserve their spots. When it's not fully committed, they could let additional people in, and they would know how to ration their purchases, their food, their drinks, and so forth. And it would create a much less overcrowding experience. Let me know in the comments below, should American Express lounges also require that you reserve a spot during your travel? I mean, you're making a ticket reservation through a travel agency, such as one that I own called the Traveler's Agency or flightslux.com, or you're making a reservation through Amex, or you're making a booking online. So you could totally call in your American Express Platinum Concierge or Travel Concierge and make a reservation into a lounge. Do you think that's a good idea or a bad idea? Let's have a discussion below if that would make your travel experience that much better. Now, there are plenty of credit cards that offer the Priority Pass as part of the credit card package, anywhere from the Chase Sapphire Reserve to the Capital One Venture card to the Amex Platinum card and others. However, is it worth now potentially getting a service if you have for the Priority Pass? Is it worth getting a credit card that offers Priority Pass, or is it worth paying the $50? I still think it's worth having a credit card that offers you Priority Pass access. And some of these Priority Pass clubs are requiring you reserve 24 hours in advance, and some as early as 30 minutes before you arrive at this lounge. So technically you could be at the airport and reserve your seat at the Priority Pass and do it right before you come in if they're not allowing a walk-in. So although I have mixed feelings about this in regards to being allowed to come in or having to pay more, I do feel that you pay for what you get. And when I travel, I hate waiting in lines, and I always buy the VIP tickets. I always get some type of VIP fast pass or something like this in regards to these theme parks or resorts. So to me, paying a little bit more, and it's not much, assures that I have that service or level of service I'm expecting. And I think if you look at it that way, you're guaranteed to get the level of service and the good time that you're expecting for a few dollars. It's a good deal. If you feel like it should be included, then you're already at that mindset of it may not be for you. And paying more for something that you're expected to have always sucks. But that's the reality of things. When many people have what you have, the only thing that's going to differentiate you is if you're willing to pay more for it and stand out from the crowd. And that's what Priority Pass is doing, saying, hey, we know you all want to come in. Who's going to give us more money? So if you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Check out my podcast. It has some great guests, as I mentioned, coming on. It will be on a separate channel after a little while. However, currently on this channel, you can see some episodes already, and I promise some better episodes in the future with some people like Ben Hedges, who's the credit chef, other Platinum members, other Centurion members, and just a good amount of people so that are going to add ideal value to your entertainment. So definitely check it out. Anyway, I always appreciate you guys. See you here in the next video.